You've heard the joke. We work all month just so our money can sprint past us in a single weekend. But here's a sharper truth. The people at the top rarely trade their time for money forever. They own things, businesses, assets, rare skills. If you don't own something, you end up being owned by bills, debts, and impulse. So today, let's flip that script with a simple framework you can start this month. 25, 15, 50, 10. This starts with a mindset shift. Wealth isn't about luck or a magic salary. It's about what you do with the money you already touch. It's about building a system that quietly works for you, even while you sleep. Let's start with 25%. This is for growth. A quarter of your income dedicated to building ownership. Think of it like planting an orchard. At first, it's just one tree, but over time, the trees grow fruit, and the fruit grows more trees. That's compound growth. You can start by automating just $100 a month into low-cost index funds. Over decades, the numbers get surprisingly large because time multiplies consistency. And don't forget skills. Learning to code, to write, to sell. These are growth assets too. They raise your income, which raises your contributions, which accelerates the compounding.
Automate the transfer on payday from your bank to your investment account. Then just let time do the heavy lifting. Next up, 15% for stability. This is what keeps you in the game. Emergencies aren't an if, they're a when. A blown engine, a layoff, a medical bill, any one of these can force you to sell your investments at the absolute worst time. Your stability fund is your defense. Build up about 5 months of essential expenses. The rules are simple. It needs to be instantly accessible, held in a zero-risk account like a high-yield savings account, not the market, and it should always be earning a reasonable rate so inflation doesn't quietly eat it. Top it up automatically. If you use it, replace it immediately. Once it's full, you have a financial bedrock. Now for the biggest slice, 50% for essentials. This is housing, food, transport, the basics, and it's a hard cap. Many people spend 60 or 70% here because everything feels essential, so you have to be ruthless. Audit your bank statements, cancel the dead subscriptions, renegotiate your rent, buy a reliable used car. Use rules, not willpower.
See something you want? Wait 7 days. Is it a brand name or is it actual value? Choose value. Once you shrink your housing and transport costs, everything else gets easier. Finally, 10% for rewards. This is what makes the whole system sustainable. Discipline without joy always breaks. Park this 10% in a separate account, a joy jar, and give yourself permission. Trips, hobbies, a nice dinner out. But here's the one constraint. If the jar hits zero, you wait until next month. This scarcity forces you to be intentional about what truly brings you joy, and it protects your bigger goals. So let's stitch it together. On payday, your system automatically moves 25% to growth, 15% to stability, and 10% to the joy jar, leaving 50% for your essentials. You don't need to be a prodigy to do this. You just need to own a plan and protect it with systems. If 25% feels too high right now, start with 5% and climb. Just keep the structure. In a year, you'll feel calmer. In 5, you'll be unrecognizable. And one day, you'll realize you didn't just manage money, you built a life that money can't knock over.